Roll. Here we go. Welcome to this episode. And this is all about the content marketing course. In this course, we will learn about all about the content marketing strategy and how content marketing works, right? What is content marketing? How content marketing works? Types of the content marketing, how to produce good content, right? Boundaries of the content marketing, so much things we will learn in this course. And let's jump into our topics at last. We will also do the some question answer. Please, if you are very new in content marketing strategy, or if you are very new in online marketing industry, right? If you are using like a Facebook, using YouTube, using blog post, using LinkedIn, using TikTok, using Instagram, whatever social media post, so you need content, right? So here we jump into our exact chapter now, right? Content is not king, content is kingdom. Very simple line. Introduction. Content marketing started back in 1990s. The internet was just kicking off. There were fewer people online. In fact, it has been estimated that there were 100,000 websites in total January of 1996, as opposed to 1.1 billion websites we have today. In 1996, we have very few websites ranked or listed in worldwide, right? Worldwide. Now, 1.1 billion websites are listed or ranked. Here we can see the data. In his essay, Content is the King, back in 1996, Bill Gates explains the role of content in the modern world and how the internet is changing the way we create, publish, distribute, and consume the content. He predicts that the internet as a medium, which was then something new and different, we will revolutionize the way people get information and the way communicate, right? The content as one of the ways to reach online users to interact, attract, and sell, right? And keep to introducing new content. This is why lots of websites have a blog. A blog is now a way to keep this dynamic approach to be active and to keep sure that new content is published regularly. Through these types of platform, benefits of approach are numerous, starting from gaining traffic, positioning for specific keywords to expanding each through social media platforms. The more content there is, the more important it is for the content to be extraordinary. It is as simple as that. There are so many websites online and so much content published each day that it has become very difficult to make content that really stand out. To be successful at the content marketing, you need to go beyond content creation and think about management and optimization as well. With sophisticated search engine and social media algorithms, as well as email spam filters, content distribution is also facing some challenges. As the content has found its application in all parts of online marketing, developing a content marketing strategy has become an essential task, and it is something that needs to be conducted very carefully with right goals in mind, right? Next, here in this session, we will learn or we will see more about the content marketing statistics. The role of content has changed in recent years. So to understand this growing and trend how the content marketing affects online business in terms of decision making and strategy planning, take a look at the following content marketing statistics. Here we look. 2 billion million blog posts are written every day according to Marketing Proof. 60% of marketers say blog content creation is their top inbound marketing priority, according to HubSpot. 37% of marketers said visual marketing was the most important form of content for their business, second only to blogging. 38%, according to Social Media Explainer. Companies that published 16 plus blog posts per month got about 4.5 times more leads or traffic than companies that published 1 to 4 blog monthly posts, according to HubSpot. The length of average blog post is up 90%, 19%, about 1050 words. Shorties are on the decline. The percentage of posts that are 500 words or less half what is was 2 years ago. Big posts are on the rise. The percentage of posts that are 2000 plus words long as doubled every year, according to Orbit Media. 41% of B2B means business to business marketer says that their organization is clear on what content marketing success or effectiveness looks like. 59% are unclear and unsure, according to Content Marketing Institute. The most marketers attributes increase in success to content creation, which includes higher quality and more efficient content creation, according to Content Marketing Institute. Email, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook are the top 4 channels used by business to business, B2B, right? Business to business for content marketing distribution, according to Content Marketing Institute. 83% of B2B marketers use email newsletter for content marketing, according to Content Marketing Institute. Lead generation and brand awareness in that order are the 2 most important content marketing goals of most B2B marketers, according to Content Marketing Institute. B2B marketers cite website traffic, sales, leads quality, and sales as top 3 most important metrics, right? According to Content Marketing Institute. 72% of marketers says creating a more content or engaging content is top priority for them, according to Content Marketing Institute. Marketers plan to increase their use of videos, 73% visuals and 71% visuals, 73% video format, 71% visual format, and 66% blogging, live video 39%, and podcasting 26%, in that order, according to Social Media Explainer. We are incredible at remembering pictures. Here are a piece of information, and 3 days later, you will remember 10% of it. Add a picture, and you will remember 65% of it. So it looks which one is more effective in content marketing. So 76% of people use their Facebook feed finding interesting content, according to HubSpot. And 615 million devices now use AdBlock, according to Fairpage, right? Let's jump into next step. Here we go. This statistics should provide a picture of how marketers see content and how relevant it is in their business strategies. The main conclusion we can draw from these statistics are following, right? So companies that use content marketing have better results. Lead generation is more important in content marketing goal. Visual aspects boosts the performance of content. Video and visual content will gain even more importance. Email and social networks are the most important channel for content distribution. Longer posts usually perform better. Producing engaging content and producing content consistently are the some of the most common challenges for marketers. Yet, these are the top priority for most marketers because this is the road that brings success with content marketing strategy. Hope the statistics make clear all of us. In this session, we will talk the basics of content marketing. So, what is content marketing? Content is information, the idea or the experience you published in online. It is anything that you produce, earn, and publish for the purpose of offering it to your audience. The format of the content is mostly commonly text, but it can be also visual, audio, or video content. In the realm of digital world, content should be useful. Content should be easy to consume. Content should be shareable. Content should be original. Content should be relevant. Content should be compelling. Content should be timely. Content should be personalized. And content should be authentic. Content should be engaging. Content should be educational. Content should be entertaining. Content should be insightful. Content should be conveying a story, and content should be contextual. In terms of business promotion, content is used a way to direct connect with the target group. Each of these attributes is supposed to increase the quality of the content you present, right? To your potential customers, and the main purpose is to encourage their interest in your business through this content. As much as content creation involves creativity, thankfulness with transforming your thoughts and opinions, using content in content marketing is done with specific goals, and thus it is something you should think through, right? Next, the full lesson in this session, also again we will go in depth, right? What is content marketing? Content marketing is a type of marketing focused on a creation and distribution of online materials that directly or indirectly promote a brand. Direct promotion refers to the creation of promotional materials and content used for advertising purpose. This type of content is usually used in paid ads, which is also called SEM or affiliate marketing, search engine optimization. On the other hand, content marketing is frequently avoid of any direct promotion. The purpose of this kind of content is simply to increase interest in your products or service. This way, content marketing indirectly attracts and acquires leads and customers. That correctly with all other type of marketing because it's essentially creates a base for them. In terms of SEO, search engine optimization, content helps with keywords placement and website optimization for email. Content and social media marketing, content is used to encourage interest through these two channels. The same can be said for paid advertising, right? Paid advertising. Supporting to the overall importance of content marketing is the fact that most marketers will be focused on, which is why they will work on producing even more content unless quality does not take precedence of quality. Potential for achieving goals increase with high quality content, which is why this is an important part of business strategy. Quality is that counts nowadays, and if we want to be really successful in content marketing and see the benefits can bring your business, think about creating content that stands out for this quality. It's quality. What you need to think about when creating a content. In business, content is not created randomly. It is not about writing the content you love, personally enjoy, or about a viral video everyone is talking about. It is about writing anything that comes into in your mind. Content creation includes so much more than having an idea about a certain topic. It is a planned strategy that is supposed to bring your business certain results, which means that you should think about all the aspects that could help you to create a content that brings you to in that your goal. Next session. Now, in this session, we will learn the definition of content marketing. Now we will learn starting from the target audience to search engine optimization. Here are the things you need to consider. The importance of user experience has been highlighted over and over again. And in terms of content, this means that you have to have your audience in mind when creating content. After all, you are creating content for the user primarily, regardless the type of content, regardless the method used for content distribution. The content you create has to resonate with your targeted group. This means that you have to think about the following aspects. Determine your target group. Think about their possible questions, problems, dilemmas, etc. Be able to predict what kind of information can help in this situation. Publish content that is relevant to your target group. Use the language your target group can identify with. Niche in marketing refers to determining a concentrated topic that corresponds to the interest of your target group as well as to the products you are selling. It is a subject you want to focus on with intention to specialize in that particular subjects and become a sort of expert by choosing your niche. You choose to focus on narrow topic which helps you define the road. Here you can see the clear picture about content planning, right? Experience, skills, niche, interest, audience needs. You can calculate all things. Resources. The next step is determining the resources you have. The resources are needed for content marketing strategy, and they have to plan assigned to content creation like any other strategy. Competitors. There is no doubt that uniqueness is an essential part of content creation, but it never hurts to check out what your competition are going. This way you can keep up with industry trends and standards. In terms of SEO, content is essential one of the major tasks of search engine optimization, particularly optimization of content. The main purpose of content optimization is to attract search engine crawlers and get the content indexed. This increases the visibility of content and helps with increasing website ranking in the search engine result. So, the next session we learn to start with content marketing. We need to plan, or you need to plan. Simply starting a blog, publishing content is not enough. Instead, think of content marketing as a tool to help you achieve your goal, regardless if that is increasing sales, generating new leads, etc. These goals are important because they affect type of content you are going to create as well as you will distribute content. Something interesting, helpful, engaging, and relatable content must be. It has to be content of high quality, started by brainstorming some ideas that first come in your mind, and then choose the ones that are mostly like to bring a lot of visitors, a lot of potential conversions. When using external resources, you should always use incredible ones and make sure you provide a reference in your your market. There are many types of content, and different types of content have different purpose. For example, about us page should be informative and provides details about your company. On the other hand, how to types of post will feature in instructional text, preferably with images or videos. Branding represents the process of creating a unique name and images for a product. This is mainly used in advertising campaigns to create a sort of differentiate presence on the market and to make a product stand out from its competitors. When it comes to content marketing, content enables you to develop a branding strategy. It allows you to tell a story about your brand. There are many different ways to distribute content, which we'll explain in a separate chapter, but what is essential to think about in a relation to content distribution is in the following. Let's deep dive into the following. Data from the previous campaigns. Take a look at the data from the previous campaigns to find out which distribution channels provide the best result. When it comes to the best result, make sure you analyze the performance and how each channel affect your business. For example, if you notice a large number of visitors from Facebook but hardly any conversion, maybe this social network is not the way to go in your case. On the other hand, if you notice that email campaigns produce great results in the past, make sure you will include this channel when planning content distribution for your future campaigns. Things on internet challenge or things on the internet change all the time. Some social networks are growing popularity. Some are introducing new features. Search engine algorithms are updated, etc. Since all of this and many of other factors affect content distribution, you need to keep up with the current situation and keep an eye trends that being introduced, because these trends can be, right? Here we go. In this session, we will learn the types of content marketing, right? The types of content. It is possible to differentiate between the three types of content. Each of those has specific characteristics that make it suitable for different strategy and distribution channels. Like type number one, right? Written content. The type of content you will see the most online is the written content. It is information shared in a written form, most commonly in a form of article or blog post. The major advantage written content has over the other type of content is that is can be seen by search engine. Having in mind the role of search engine crawlers, you use content to present your website in such a way that it becomes associated with relevant search terms, leading to relevant visits. When you design content, you have to think about in it as your terms, search engine optimization terms. But you have also look consider your audience. Here you can see some blog post. There are some general guidelines you need to have in mind when it comes to writing content. Let's have a look. Write for the people. In the form of writing content, the content you are writing should primarily be written for people who are going to read that content. With this in mind, make sure the text is relevant. Consider the readable avoid Any interruption, digression, or repeated statements, use the formatting option to visually present the text in a more coherent way. Write for search engines. Written content is generally written for the readers, but you have to think about search engine as well. This is particularly refers to the website blog content where you essentially expect search engine to crawl your website and index the content. You will find more about writing for SEO in the chapter on content optimization. Stay focused. Second thing, third thing, stay focused. Number one, write for the people. Number two, write for the search engines. Number three, stay focused. Each piece of content should have a specific topic, and once you choose it, stay focused on it. Your website and blog post should have its own niche, a topic you deal with primarily, but each post in a separate unit which should be all about a specific topic, which is actually high focus segment with that broad topic we call niche. Even though the statistics shows that there is a trend for articles to be 1000 words long or more, there is no magical number you should aim for. Just because some statistics shows higher level of engagement on average when it comes to 1000 plus words article, this is not a general rule. The message is the most important. If the message is short and concise, there is no point in trying to make it longer using unnecessary words. Just having explained the concepts of written content, it is possible to differentiate between several types of written content. Has its own characteristics and they are used in different situations. Website content. The first content you should be writing when setting up a website is entire website content, not including a blog post. This content is divided into several pages or sections. Each focus on particular segment such as home page, about page, pricing, content page, product, description, page, etc. The main characteristics of these types of content is fact that it is informative. Through this content, you provide information about who you are and what kind of product service you offer. You also need practical information such as a content data. Blog is a place where you publish regular updates, news, article related about niche. It is helpful in terms of SEO and it is helps with increasing traffic and engagement content. Formatting is especially important with blogging because it highlights different parts of the text. It makes it reader friendly as well as SEO friendly. A blog post may or may not have visual. To a certain extent, an ebook is similar to blog posts. It has a topic that relates to your visitors. It is supposed to increase engagement and visits. Formatting is also necessary part of good ebook. Unique blog post. An ebook is usually not published on your blog, but instead it is a file can be downloaded from your website or blog, such as an ebook has different layout and design. When it comes to word count, again, there are no specific guidelines. Your ebook can be as short as long as you want and need it to be. Its main purpose is provide useful information to readers and inspire interest in your company, your product, your service. Ebooks are also great material for lead generation. According to statistics, visual content has better performance than any other type of content. Visual content attracts the visitor attention more quickly, and the information present in a such way is likely to lighter more in people's minds than when it present in a form of text. Not only that, but the visual content is also more likely to be shared on social media, thus increasing both engagement and traffic to your website or blog. Visual content, it is obvious why different type of this content constantly being used when creating content. In fact, visuals are often used together with text. This way, they serve as attention grabbers. Plus, they illustrate the main idea, which is separated in an article. Several types of visual content are commonly used. Next, images. Images are mostly commonly used piece of visual content. Content creators can use their own photos. They can purchase or download free images. They can use screenshots of their website or application. When using images, you should make sure you have a permission to use the image. Link to the external image source if necessary. The image is related to the content on the page. The image is appropriate for your audience. You add your own logo, company name if the image is yours. When choosing an image and several images for the content, think about the effect of image will create. How will the readers feel when seeing the article for the first time? Will they be intrigued by the image? Will they like it and thus continue reading the text? Understanding your audience in a such way help you choose the most effective images. This is the example of image format. Graphics are image design which usually feature pictorial representation of information in a form of charts, text, symbols, etc. They sometimes combine all these forms in content marketing. Graphics are usually created to be functional, which means they have a section and data presented deliberately in such a way to highlight certain aspects. When creating a graphic, there is a clear goal in mind, something you want to achieve with it. You could make a poster to announce an event, where you will include the data and place of the event. You might want to represent data from your latest research, in which case a chart or a piece of chart would be an element included in the graphic. When designing a graphic, think about the goal you want to achieve, the main information you want to include, the way you will present the concept. Adding some elements such as a photos, text, or illustration. Adding your own logo, company name, and optional. Right? This is the example of infographic content. For more detail, I'll also put my blog link in the description. Don't forget to visit the blog, our websites, whatever. Please check out the description. Infographic. Infographic or information graphic is a visual representation of data. This makes it is a bit similar to graphic, but the main distinction is that infographic represents a collection of data. Its main purpose is to represent the data or the information in a clear and easy to spot away. This way, you basically summarize the information that would otherwise be presented in a form of text but would receive far less engagement than when using graphic elements. Infographics visualize formation, statistics, maps, time frames, hierarchies, etc. They engage the readers with the visual representation and make a bundle of data and numbers of seem more coherent and easy to compare with one another. Things to have in mind when creating an infographics. Number 1. Choose color, fonts and illustration that are clearly and easily visible. You should add a title at the top of the infographic. If you have a data that could be divided into segments, make sure you divide the infographics in a such way. If you use the data provided by external resources and add the list of resources, use a button of infographic, add your own logo or company name. Infographics demand the most time to create in a comparison to other types of visual content, but as a statistic suggests, they are more likely to lead the greatest level of engagement and shares, which is why it is worth it to think about using them in a content marketing. So, examples of the infographics. Next session. Here we learn about audio and video content. Also, we will learn how to produce audio video content, types of what is the audio and video content. Audio and video content is often considered to be the most difficult type of content to make. Besides the fact that it depends time to think about the concept and the way to present it also requires skills, time for recording and editing. This usually means that you will also need software for editing sound or video as well as knowing how to use it. This is main reason why many companies and businesses are skeptical about using these types of content and frequently avoid it. However, you should have in mind that these types of content is very popular on the internet, especially on the social networks. It is frequently shared and it generates a lot of clicks and likes. We highlight three types of audio and video content you should consider in your content marketing strategy. Number one, podcast. A podcast is a form of audio broadcast which is published online. Podcasts are much like a radio shows, but instead of music, they feature some sorts of narrative content. The content featured in a podcast could be a narrative about a certain topic, question and answer session, a chat between experts in a certain field or industry leaders, a review of a product, an interview, a course or relation. Regardless, the topic podcasts are a preferred way to distribute information in online form of other than written text. This form is somewhat easier for people to focus on because they can access it on the go without the need to read and scroll through the text on the mobile devices. Instead, they put on their headphones, hit that play button, and they are in. Online users subscribe to the podcast the same way they subscribe to a blog, which means they will get notified when new podcast is live. Podcast recording are available at time, which is preferred for people who wants to listen to them when they have enough time rather than aiming for specific time. How to start a podcast or how to start a overcast? How to like I will submit all the details, all the more courses in the description, right? So at that session, you will learn how to start a podcast on Overcast, how to start a podcast on Hair Radio, how to submit your podcast on Google Podcast, etc. You will learn. The development of technology with mobile devices featuring camera and popularity of platforms for sharing videos such as a YouTube enabled this expansion of the video content, so more and more businesses are considering using videos. When it comes to the production of shows a content, it requires more skills and more time. Sometimes it is also requires more time for planning and preparing for everything. This is why, despite the fact that it is a quite effective and successful at bringing results, as a video is still one of the least used type of content. Live chat. This is a form of video content that has been personalized recently as a live streaming became one of the features introduced by many social networks including YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, etc. That it usually requires less of preparation than a regular video. It is sort of chatty, improvise on the spot. It is also quite flexible because you can start a live chat from anywhere at any moment. Like also, bit a more interactive type of video because comments are updated in a real time, meaning that the person broadcasting a live video can actually see and respond the comments from the community. Which type of content to choose? The type of content you are going to choose for your website depends on lots of things. First of all, you will need to assess the budget. For example, recording videos demands more on an investment due to equipment needed and hiring someone for editing if you do not have the skill to do it. You also need to think about the time. You should realistically plan content creation. There is no point in planning to publish new article each day if you do not have the time to write or nor you have enough of a budget for this many articles. Think think about your audience. Will they really benefit from one new article a day? Or perhaps they might find a comprehensive weekly post more worthy? You should also analyze the way your audience responds to different types of posts. If posts with images have higher engagement level, make sure you focus on such posts. Even though videos have a great engagement in general, perhaps it is not the case with your business. And finally, it all comes to in your business. Many types of products and services are better represented with a video, while images are quite effective the other type. The content first is really starting point because you need to content when building your website anyway. You could also start with blogging before you decide to implement other type of content in your marketing strategy. With make sure always analyze the performance of each type of post and try to spot a general rule about what works for your business. Types of blog posts. Since blogging is predominant in a content creation, we will mention a couple of blog post types you could publish on your blog site. Number one, in this post, news posts, right? In this post, you deal with the current news, trends, latest updates, and events. It is a more dynamic type of post, but content is time sensitive. For example, the news about latest search algorithms update is certainly something helpful you should share in news section, but also becomes outdated quickly as new updates release after a couple of weeks. Despite this fact, news posts are very popular because they provide current information about the topic and enable readers to keep up with the current trends. How post? This is a type of instructional post and its main purpose is to provide information and instruction about something such as how to use a product, how to find a certain option in the software, etc. With this post, you basically to tell readers how to do something, thus these posts are very useful. The language should be quite practical and easy to understand. Readers love this post, especially if you provide visuals to illustrate certain aspects because you basically provide a solution to their problem. They get instruction they need in terms of SEO this. Posts are also great because you use the keywords naturally in the text. Informative post. This is post somewhere in between a news post and how to post. In this case, you choose a topic, provide information about it, and it could be current trend and show the post should be close to the news type of post, or it could feature instruction along with explanation in which case with this could be closer how to post. In a sense, an informative post provides more information about the topic. When choosing the topic, make sure it is closely related to your business and that it is something your audience will truly find useful. It is also good into included keywords such as a post, especially in the title. Number third, blog posts should be. Review posts are also highlighted searched posts because of practical information they provide. They are essentially popular among potential buyers because provides details about the products, opinions or experience etc. Therefore, this types of post has great power on the mind of consumer, especially in your company gets great review from authoritative blogs. Most commonly reviews are in form of blog posts, but there is a growing trend of creating video content for such a purpose. As the name suggests, a link post campaign contains to link other resources. The idea with the types of blog posts is choose a topic once that is relevant to your target group and then find quality resources from your audience will benefit. Besides a link, it is always good to provide comment or explanation about why you have chosen link to that particular resource. How do you think add a resources link? Add, to add a resources items in that URL to a website, in your website size menu bar, click resources. Next to folder on which you want to add URL from add to menu. Click add web link URL for each resources type of URL. This is very popular type of post mainly used is practical and its structure is so easy. Following skim through. Listen are suitable for many different businesses. Sometimes we might overlap with links post. For example, if your topic is 5 marketing blogs, or this does not necessarily have to be same case because you can have a topic such as a 5 ways to improve your email marketing campaign, where you would share your own tips and insights on these topics. The main reason why podcast transcripts or video notes are recommended in because SEO search engine crawlers cannot index content audio or video format, which means you should provide a transcript for kind of content form of blog post. Occasionally, people might also find helpful to have a transcript available, especially when quoting you. An interview is a great opportunity to get opinion post from expert industry leaders and persons who are considered as authority by target group. The reach of this post also might greater due to popularity of people you are interviewing and fact they probably share the post themselves, right? So if you decide to dig a deeper into a particular topic, present it great details in a case study is a type of post you should go far. When it comes to case studies, they are likely to be conducted by industry leaders and those who have necessary to some sorts of data about certain topic. This sense they might seem a bit too complex for small sized company. The good things about the case study is precisely their complexness and large scale of data which is supposed to be used for drawing conclusions and analyzing behavior. This means that Such a post will naturally on lot of alerts of link. Number 9, guest post. This is another post involving collaboration. Idea is to have a suggest or guest writing for your blog. Preferably, this guest should be familiar and respectable among your targeted group. It is also helpful if guest blogger is an expert in the particular topic, because this way you can get valuable piece of information share your blog. The main cause this collaboration could be mutual promotion or payment. In both cases, it is essential that the suggest blogger and the blog featuring guest post have a familiar, even the same targeted group to make this promotional activities, right? Merge, overlap and merge into a new style. But what we can conclude about successful content creation is content creation demands time. Planning is a way to ensure high performance performing content. Content needs to be up to date. Content should be relevant to your target group. It is good time to combine types of content, provide diversity. So in this session, this much we will learn. I also added next session where we will learn more about the content marketing, like a video format, like how to distribute content. All these steps I will include. That training also be in the description. You can check out the link. Whatever link in the description, don't forget to check out. So thank you so much being with me. See you in the next session. Thank you so much.